Hi there, I'm Dr. Abby from Great Works Chiropractic. I feel super excited and fortunate to be sitting here today with Matt. We're going to go through and touch base on his experience here in the office and some of the awesome changes and progressions that he's seen throughout care here.
Absolutely.
So, thank you for being here today.
It's my pleasure.
So Matt came into the office with a history of some knee pain, hip pain, and shoulder pain. You've been experiencing that for about 9 years, you said, pretty constant, since an incident that he had with a pretty significant incident and injury at that point.
Yeah, pretty bad accident, yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about, what brought you in, as well as what your life was like before coming into the office?
Well, I played rugby in college and afterwards for a little while, and played lacrosse, boxed, all that stuff. I had a pretty bad accident about 10 years ago where I broke 14 ribs all the way around to the back, my shoulder. I was in a coma for 6 days, and ever since then I had never felt completely on top of things. I've used a cane on and off for 3 years. I was on crutches for a year when I was teaching at York High School because one of my knees was giving me so much trouble. So I had kind of gotten used to the fact that my original balance and athleticism was ruined, that was never going to be better, and I was in pain every single day and taking sometimes 8 Advil on certain days, and really felt pretty hopeless. I changed some things in my diet. I found out that drinking a lot of red wine can inflame everything, so I cut that out. But I never thought much of chiropractic, and when I came in here, I immediately was impressed with how professional everybody was, but more importantly, I saw improvements from the very beginning. I'll let you ask me another question before I
absolutely
start singing.
So I guess ultimately, what was it that made you want to consider chiropractic? You said that you really hadn't up until the point when you came in.
My mood, because of the pain, especially in my leg and in my groin, had been going so bad. It was affecting my marriage. I was always in a bad mood. I think when you're in pain all the time, you don't realize it, but it wears you out, even if it's a minor amount, if it's constant. And I was sick of taking drugs to try to control it and switching things to this arthritis medicine. So I came in here because I was fed up. My wife was really desperate for me to find some relief, and that's the main reason. So it was a last resort, and I really feel kind of embarrassed about that now because it's helped me more than anything I've done before.
Well, certainly don't be embarrassed about that. It's not the first time, unfortunately it can be a last resort for a lot of people, but it really helps us as a motivator because we want to be, the people that are able to help you find the change that you're looking for. So ultimately, what was the first breakthrough or change that you noticed once you started care?
Well, the first breakthrough I noticed, I had a pretty bad limp, and I'd also hurt like a tendon in my leg, and an adjustment just for that made me able to walk without a limp, and I found that to be astonishing. Mm-hmm. And then I had a brief but pretty steady improvement, re-injured the leg, and was told by my regular doctor, and I'm not saying anything against them, but they said it'd be 7 to 12 weeks before it healed, and I was walking without a limp and no longer had any bruising after working with Dr. Abby here for 2 weeks. So that's inarguable. It made me better. I'm in less pain. I've gone probably for 2 weeks now without taking any aspirin. I took Advil for a headache recently, and that's it. That's unprecedented. It's a huge difference, and my wife has noticed my mood is better. I myself feel much more together with things. I don't think I realized how much it had affected me to be carrying this around, and I never expected at 61 that anything could improve things so drastically, but there's a device we use when we come in here to say what's going on, and for 3 days now I've written no symptoms, and I can't even believe I'm saying that.
That's a really awesome win.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's incredible.
And I know that one thing that you had mentioned previously too was that you just feel as though overall you're excitement for things has improved too.
Oh.
Like your motivation to do your job outside of here. You don't have to take breaks when you're doing your job to the same extent that you used to.
I have a pretty physical job nowadays as a maintenance man and a landscaper, and I don't want to sound like I'm doing a testimonial on like some religious program, but yeah, it was a huge difference, and the change in my mood, the change in how I interact with people, it's been a lifesaver. My wife can't say enough about it, and I feel the exact same way. It's helped me with, I'm a writer as well, and it's helped me with that. I can't get over how much it affects your mood to have these things addressed, that it affects how I eat, all of that. So it's been pretty amazing.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
If you could share one thing with the people that are hopefully watching this video, what would you tell them? Or one thing with anyone who's maybe considering trying chiropractic?
All right. I would share two things, actually.
Go for
One, don't believe the silly stuff you hear about it. It is as much a science as any other medical intervention. And two, really believe. You hear sometimes it's never too late to start. They say that about writing. They say that about a lot of other things. It's never too late to do this. I feel better at 61 than I did for most of my 50s, and that is an absolute truism. So that's the best testimonial I can give. So.
Well, thank you so much, Matt.
My pleasure.
It has been an absolute pleasure being able to work with you. It's truly been an honor, and we're so happy to have you part of our chiropractic family here.
Happy to be here. It's changed my life, Dr. Abbott.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you, folks, for watching in, and stay tuned for more testimonials.